And time appropriate greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Speed Gaming, and welcome once again to the Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race. We got a good one for you today, folks. It is Monday, which means we got a mystery seed, which means anything could happen. I am Captain MD13. I'm joined today by Nitro6003. How you doing today, Nitro?
I'm doing great. We love these mystery seeds. So just from the screens that they have, we know we're starting with at least a sword. And we know we have at least some kind of enemy randomization. We don't know more than that, but we know that at least.
Yeah, this is bringing back flashbacks of 2 weeks ago. Pre-seed was inverted key sanity, enemizer with enemy shuffle, chaos boss shuffle, and I think it was 4/6 fast Ganon.
That is craziness. We'll have to wait and see as we go, but I love the mystery seeds myself. They're really, really kind of fun, and there's gonna be a lot of kind of guessing on our part until we see more happening. We don't know if it's boss randomizer. We don't know if the health is randomized yet. We just have no idea, and it really brings out even more of the fun of randomizer as a whole.
Yeah, I've always been a type of find the mystery fan, decode the puzzle type fella. So this is one of the things I come to enjoy the most.
Yeah.
Now, besides the enemizer, what are you hoping to see today?
Well, the evil part of me wants it to be some kind of entrance randomizer just because I want to be evil to the runners. But we'll see. And we definitely know it's inverted.
Oh, here we go again. Oh no, it's an entrance randomizer.
Oh, see, the evil. See, you shouldn't have asked.
Well, so yeah, that means all the entrances are shuffled. So we'll see where things end up. Looks like we got a bomb shop in the village of in Thieves Town, I should say.
We also know it's not retro because arrows and keys are not there, so that's good.
True. Now, because this is an inverted seed, that means that our light world is our dark world. It's some form of sanity because we don't know what our pendants or crystals are.
Oh, we found the chicken hut. Can't do anything here, but at least we found it.
It's infested with guards.
Yep. See, Captain, what happens when you ask me for something? It comes true more often. So I'm gonna give enough love next time.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right, strap yourselves in, folks. This is going to be a good one. All right, front entrance.
Now, from what I'm guessing, Skull Woods doesn't change very much, right?
No, I think in Skull Woods' case, I think the entrances are shuffled amongst the area. And even then...
we have key sanity.
Yep, small key to Hyrule Castle in the Waterfall Cave, which was in... That's a house I don't usually see.
That's that one random house that you never see.
Oh boy.
All right, folks. Well, if you thought it was going to be like a quick seed, not today.
Now, we kind of got that last week when we had a pedestal victory seed.
Well, there's the C-shaped house with $50. Oh, there's a flute. That's a nice item to have.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to get to the light world to turn that on. So yeah, for those who are just coming in, this is the mode for today is a full key sanity entrance rando with enemizer.
Yeah, so strap on your seatbelts. We'll be here for a little bit. As looks like Ack gets some bombs. And then it's also good to know where some of the like routine keys are, especially in Skull Woods and whereabouts. So this is where the knowledge of the keys really takes more of an effect. And we found a Guinness cave, it looks like, on the bunker side.
Plasma Kappa got 1.0'd. He was just about to fall down the hole, but the hitbox is still there.
And we can read books, and we have a cape.
Oh, that can't be good. Well, the other entrance took us out into Light World in front of Link's house.
Yeah, so let's see what's in the that looks like a fairy location to me. And I know the drop downs are still are randomized, but they're randomized within themselves, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So one drop down could the drop down for the Kakariko Well could be the Ganon fight for all we know.
Right. The most evil thing, and again, I'm going to stop talking because I'm not going to say anything, but there is a really evil way that this could really become a long seed, depending on what the lumberjack drop down is.
Right.
So I'm going to keep my mouth again. Oh, this is also what's interesting about this is that once you do get Moon Pearl, I mean, by then you'll probably have enough anyway. But you can take a fish all the way to the bottle merchant and actually get some cool things from him.
Yeah, you get
and it looks like we got a map on Bumper Ledge.
Yeah, you get like a lot of ammo. You get, I think, a little bit of money.
You get money, you get ammo, you get hearts, and you get some other interesting stuff. So we'll see. We'll see what the runners decide to do with what knowledge they do have. And we don't know if the bosses are randomized until much later. And just 10 arrows at the race game. Won't be going in for that. Yeah. And you quit as long as you have pencil and paper. It's not that, just keeping track of where everything is your biggest key in this type of mode here. And we find Hyrule Castle.
Plenty of entrances and exits to examine here, as well as we can do front of Hyrule Castle. While we're at it, we have a sword.
Well, I think it looks to me like Plasma took the intentional death there, because I think it works the same way with Ice Palace and stuff. If you take a death, you actually don't need the Moon Pearl to do any of the.
Oh, right. They're still in the Light World.
Yeah, we still need a Moon Pearl for this to be in logic, but with a death in any of the dungeons, you can become unbunnied.
Right.
Oh. And it does not look... we won't tell till later, but I don't know if the health is randomized yet.
I think it is, because that Hinox just did 3 hearts of contact damage.
Yeah, I've never actually met him before we have more, so I don't know what his standard was.
Yeah, because I don't remember how much Hinoxes normally damage Hinoxes normally deal. Oh, I'm being enlightened that it is regular damage. Thank you, chat.
Okay, so that is good information for us to have.
That's still a bad spot for that Hinox.
Yeah, for sure. And we're going to key to Turtle Rock. And what makes Randomizer, or at least a regular Randomizer, more difficult than, let's say, a boss randomizer, for example, is that the Eastern Palace could be totally in logic without the bow, because the Igors are probably not going to be there. There'll be other enemies there.
Yeah.
They could be other bow taking enemies, but they may not be Igors. And if it is boss randomizer, well, then you may not need the bow at all for Eastern. So that's what really comes down to this.
Yeah, I think the way it works in Randomizer is that any room that is locked by a kill count, or locked by killing a specific enemy, you have to be able to take those enemies with your Sphere Zero equipment. I think that's how it works.
I'll go with you on this one, because I'm not sure on that. We'll have to see if anybody else is. But oh, cool, mini Moldorm.
That got a vanilla small key in the pinball room.
And we got Hookshot. So like Plasma doing all this now again all dark rooms, because it's kind of the open side of things, are all locked behind the lamp or fire rod, I guess, depending on which you would get first.
So I guess in entrance rando, the pinball room key is guaranteed to be vanilla. I guess it's because you never know what entrance it could be.
And I guess it's to prevent soft locking too. All right, let's see what's in the library today.
The looks like
Igors.
Yeah, it looks like that's the bombable hut and the bombable hut in Kakariko.
Yeah, with a BMOS in there. All right, let's see what's involved with what wouldn't be normally Magic Bat. We got Sanctuary.
Okay. So that would mean that this drop down here,
which is the back of Escape.
Okay.
Oh, nice. The witch is in Kakariko this time.
That's not a bad
That's
spot.
Convenient.
Only problem is you're going to have to put the mushroom all the way over at the witch and then go all the way back down.
That is a small issue. Oh, we found Pyramid Fairy.
And it looks like Ak picked up a map to Tower of Hera from Stumpy. And was that Mimic Cave the Plasma Kappa just walked into?
Didn't it?
Yeah, sorry, Plasma Kappa. You need the Moon Pearl before you can use that flute.
All right, let's see what's in some of these other locations here.
This looks like... oh, wait, this is Agina's Cave. We've seen this.
That's Agina's Cave.
Which, to be fair, it had a book, so...
yeah.
Which, in inverted, that is hard required for Desert Palace.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Because it's the opposite. You just have to really, like, turn your brain off and just forget everything you've ever learned about Link to the Past when you do inverted.
Getting a tree pull from Ak, and it's just light magic. Hype Cave is instead Mini Moldarm Cave. Oh, that could still be pretty
really
hype.
Good. All right, Piece of Heart, small key to Dark Palace, the boots, big key to Skull Woods, and $300.
Fascinating. So yeah, early boots. That's not too bad.
We haven't found any dungeons yet, which is kind of a little awkward. Let's see what's in where Swamp House is. All right, just a useless cave. And to do note, once you drain the swamp in entrance, it is drained for the rest of the seed, so that runners don't have to be on the same screen.
Yeah, that's a very huge convenience they have for entrance, especially since you never know where the dam entrance could be now.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's see what one of the bonkable locations is. We have a ferry. So we need Hammer to at least check the pyramid. And gloves to get to Catfish. Moon Pearl, Hammer, and gloves to get to the Light World. So we'll have to see. But we at least know we're one done. We at least know Skull Woods, because I mean Skull Woods is pretty much always in the same general location anyway. All right, now it's time to check the digging game. Anywhere from 1 to 30 digs, and we'll find something.
Yeah, and with this being key sanity, you can also throw the item counts way up for items in dungeons.
Yeah. Yep. So now instead of X amount, it's X plus 2, whatever it would normally be, potentially plus 2.
I think at Skullwoods it's 2 plus 3, so...
Is it 3? Sorry. It's 2, it's plus 3 in each dungeon. Apologize for that, chat. Yeah, it's 2 plus 3 because there's a big key, a dungeon item, a compass and the map. So yeah, 3.
Ooh.
It's
Actually showing us... Ack was actually showing us what that squid in the Dark Chapel actually does. So for 20 rupees, he'll reveal the location of what an entrance, one of the entrances. Fascinating.
yeah, good to know. Oh, we have a mirror. Okay.
Oh, and that was in
So-
Skullwood's big chest.
Yep.
Oh, that's rude.
Yeah, this is definitely becoming a rude seed for sure.
I'm also getting thrown off by the Plasma Kappa's purple chest sprite. Sorry, I can't stop giggling a little over that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of unique sprites along now, so it's really kind of interesting.
Funny thing about this is both Ack and Plasma Kappa's files both read send help,
Uh-oh.
which is very given the circumstances. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they want all the help they can get.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and with the mirror, they can get to the pyramid.
Yeah, pretty heads up play there by Ack the Boker.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about entrance randomizer that really can mess you up if you don't know where things, what things do. Really quick, you can get lost real fast. And I believe, if I remember correctly, everything has changed. So knowing what entrance to get into GT is now in the light world, and the same thing for Ganon. Those signs have been moved to the respective new worlds.
Right. Yeah, and Waterfall Fairy, which was accessed from the random house nobody sees, gave us that one key to Hyrule
that is
Castle.
an entrance randomizer. Other than that, you'll never see that house.
Yeah, that gave us our Hyrule Castle small key, so if we wanted to, like, marathon escape, we could theoretically do it. Not logically, since no lamp or fire rod, but we could do it.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like Ack has entered a dark room. If I had to hazard a guess, it looks like it might be Death Mountain.
That would be my guess, too.
Oh, and Ack's picked up the old man, so Ack's got to keep going. Luckily, does have the magic cape.
Yeah, so saving and quitting does not help you in this one.
Oh, Ack just took chip damage from something.
I think he's using his cape now. And yeah, he does get the old man.
Nicely done. Luckily, nothing else has come out to kill Ack yet. Plasma Kappa finding a map to Swamp Palace. That's a pretty useful map.
And top of Spectacle Rock, we got a small key of some kind. And old man just gives you 20 bucks.
Ooh, Ack almost getting cabbage pounded there, and find the entrance to, I believe this is Graveyard Ledge.
Yes, sir. And I think he's trying to get like that mirror on the right spot so he can actually do something in here, and he gets it nicely.
All right. The main
we found
exit to
the
death.
town.
There we go.
Oh, that's a lot of hearts.
Yeah, intentional death for sure, but yeah, that did a lot of damage.
All right, so this is. Oh, we have flippers. Okay, so we have a lot of potential here. We don't have the big key, we don't have the small key, so we can at least check 4 items here. We got my Fisher Price for a shield.
And it should be noted that because we're still missing our pearl, that the flippers and the hook shot we picked up from Zelda's cell are out of logic for now.
Yep. Yeah, so in order for that, we need either 2 gloves and a moon pearl or Aga 1, or we need which we can get to, or you need hammer, gloves, and moon pearl. And we got a compass to Skull Woods.
Now, one thing about while we still need the big key to get to the boss of this dungeon, we do not know what the boss is. For all we know, it could be, if it's blind, that would be best case scenario, because pretty much everything we have, we could defeat blind from the get-go with our sword.
Yeah, oh, there's our moon pearl, which is totally accessible now. All right, we have light world access. Oh, with that mirror, we actually do have light world access, don't we?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Because we have ways to the light world now via the entrances.
Yep. So we have light world access.
Although...
And there's hammer stomps, hammer pegs. And we find Eastern. All right, again, no small key, no big key. Can't complete it, but we at least have found it.
Yeah. Well, there is no small key for Eastern, but
oh, right, it's in the back, so it's not locked behind anything.
Yeah, but the vanilla big key chest and the path to Armos are still locked by, to the very least, some fire source. Unfortunately. Yep.
Who needs logic to do the game? This is awesomeness right here.
Yeah, I think at this point, if you're the runners, you are hoping that the crystal requirement is low for Ganon. Because the crystal requirement is randomized as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see when someone gets to the information of that. But let's see what these other... I think that's one of the ones by Turtle Rock, that entrance. It's not a Turtle Rock entrance, but it is one of them. We found Ice Palace.
Oh, and hints are turned on as well, and it said Turtle Rock main leads to a connector, I think. So, oh boy.
Yeah, like I said, strap your seatbelts on, folks.
I mean, I'm already lost because entrance rando is not something I have seen the most.
I'm with you, buddy. I haven't really dabbled in it very much, but
my only experience.
I'm glad you're along for the ride with me.
Yeah. But yeah, my only experience with entrance rando pretty much comes from my observations of the Rando League back last year.
And we found another Skull Wood small key in, which we had already found on Plasma's side.
Yeah, that's what the Old Man Graveyard Ledge entrance led to.
So, for those who have never done entrance randomizer, basically the only thing I can say from the little I've dabbled in it is just pencil and paper is your best friend. You need to write things down. If you're going to try to go on memory, you're gonna get lost fast. And I think we found the front of Desert, and we found an entrance to Turtle Rock.
Yeah, this is the mid door, and Ak is doing an interesting move, hopping over that wall there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks to me like Plasma is now rescuing the old man. Oh, so that's what that was before. That's one of those ball and chain guards that hit Ak earlier.
Yeah,
So
it was dealing 2 hearts of damage too, so. Oops, Ak hit the wrong enemy. Looks like the mini Moldarm has the key.
Yep. Yeah, that's the other problem with Randomizer, is that you could find enemies that you really don't want to see with 4 hearts. And we got a big key. Ooh, vanilla big key.
Fascinating.
Literally, figuratively, that is where the vanilla big key would be, and it is for Turtle Rock. So we have the big key for this dungeon.
Which means we can now also check that Turtle Rock big chest that Ak hopped around earlier.
Yeah, I actually like. Ooh, nice. No terrible enemies in this room. I mean, yes, the mummies are terrible, but nowhere near as bad as the ball and chain, the chain chomps.
Castle small tower key there, and I think the enemy, we did get some confirmation earlier that the damage is shuffled because I think one of the mini Moldorms dealt 4 hearts of damage.
Yeah, so let's see what's in this chest. Looks like Ak's gonna hover. Nope. And does not get it. And not able to. And now he gets it for 10 arrows.
Oof. This is, unfortunately, Plasma Kappa is in a really tough scenario right now. Because, yeah, he's forced into the old man rescue sequence here.
Yeah, that's just one of those that are just, you just have to know what you're doing, which these runners certainly do. But again, it's not an easy thing. I don't think that bomb's gonna reach. Nope.
No, I don't think Ak has enough long-range weaponry.
All right, let's see what's on the desert ledge. Just a heart piece. We can get into what desert would be. We don't think it's desert, but we'll see what it is. Oh boy, Plasma and Kappa just taking another death here. And tracking for us for this madness is Oro today, just in case you were wondering. Oh, and it happens to be a place in Desert Palace. Nice.
Yeah, that's the back of Desert Palace, actually. So we actually can't get to Lanmolus because it's fire locked, or the boss because it's fire locked anyway.
Yep. Looks like Plasma is starting over.
Oof. Yeah, that's a big oof, but at the same time, I don't fault him for this because
No, I
it's
don't
just
either.
4 hearts, random enemy damage, and you don't even know what's in there. Also, Ether for Misery for the Misery Mire entrance. That it's so brutal.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you almost wish the game gave you, especially an entrance randomizer, kind of gave you the lamp early. It doesn't always happen, but it's just something that would be nice. But that's part of the challenge behind it, entrance randomizer, and of course what we're doing now. So yeah, Plasma
Exactly.
Kappa starting all over again.
Theoretically, that connector cave to Death Mountain should have been lamp locked as well.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So we should be seeing that relatively soon, all things considering.
Yeah, considering what we know so far. And this is Bumper Ledge, I think.
Yeah, Bumper Cave. This is now a connector cave as well, but very easily accessible now with the magic cape.
Hopefully Plasma will catch up to where he was very quickly.
Yeah, getting that early cape is probably the only saving grace that we've received for this run so far. That and the early boots, but that's all we're getting.
All right, so Turtle Rock is Ether also, so both require Ether.
To answer question chat why Plasma Kappa reset, if you're in the old man's rescue sequence for Death Mountain, and regardless of how you save and quit out, oh, we found the entrance to Misery Mire in Dark Death Mountain. But in that particular dark room, in that particular cave, that particular cave system, you will always reload in the entrance to that cave with the old man, no matter if you save and continue, if you save and quit, no matter what. So you're locked into that sequence with randomized enemies and randomized damage.
And we got a bow.
Well, that means we can now kill any Armos Knights we encounter and get to the boss of Palace of Darkness once we get the hammer.
Once we find Paul. Oh, we found Super Bunny Cave.
All right, Axe going to check and see what these other two caves are before
Speaking
checking
of the dam.
Very nice. And we have mirror flippers and well, actually we don't have the small key, so we can't really actually do that much in Swamp Palace, unfortunately, once we do find it.
Yeah, this is one of those that you want it to be like either a 2-3, either a 2 crystal or a 3 crystal Ganon. So it's not defeat the whole game, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we gotta get to the foyer, not the foyer, the balcony of Hyrule Castle to determine our Ganon information today. To answer question in chat, Ak did get the hook shot. It was in Zelda's cell, in the front of Escape. I think it was Ak who got it.
Yes. No. Yes. I believe.
We'll triple check the pause menu real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, without that small key, we can't really do much besides check the first. We can't even get past the front door of Swamp Palace. We can only check one chest. That's about it. Oh, and chat is saying it was Plasma Kappa who had the hook shot. My bad.
Yeah, we're going to also see what the item is when you drain the swamp is. 20 bucks.
Wait, a green 20? So... this may be hard. Is this a hard or expert mode seed? This might be an expert mode seed. I think it's an expert mode seed because that means they're locked to green mail and level 1 shield. And we're only finding one more sword.
Boy. Yeah, we find the laser room for Turtle Rock. Yes, chat. Yes, so far this is the most brutal seed so far. Yeah. Glad you're joining us for the ride because it's going to be one.
Just a little piece of love on the Bombos tablet there. But yeah, we're looking for that other sword, unfortunately. We can't find too much for now. But yeah, so that expert mode means that they're only going to be able to find enough heart pieces and containers to cap at 9 hearts at most. And again, no mail upgrades, tier 1 shield, master sword, that's all they're getting.
That look, I couldn't tell what that drop down was. And we still haven't found Ganon, and we still haven't found Aga. What the normal lumberjack item is.
Right.
Oh, and we find Laser Bridge.
That's a pretty healthy find. You know, Ack, for all you know, those lasers could only deal half a heart of damage.
That would be a really pleasant thing for him to
It'd be
find out.
hilarious.
All right, so we have triple bombs.
We saw a big 20 in the upper chest. Okay, never mind. It's not a half a heart for a laser.
And we get a small key to Pod. And we get Bombos, which unlocks Ice Palace.
Yep, it does, although a chunk of it's still hammer locked. But we can at least get through the front door.
Yep.
To answer question in chat, we have seen at least a heart container. I don't know if we've seen 2. I know we've seen heart pieces. I'll have to look at Ack's heart piece count. Alright, so Ack is now going to do the front of Hyrule Castle and get their hook shot. And Plasma Kappa is going to retrieve his.
For a second time.
Now, what I'd like to see Ack do after this is check the other Hyrule Castle exits to see where that puts them.
Absolutely. Yeah, that would probably be his next choice.
Yeah, because there are two more exits, and on top of that, Ack could get to Dark Cross, so both of them could get to. Actually, no. Plasma Kappa reset out his small key.
I don't know if you want to do Dark Cross in the dark with Randomizer though. That could be. You could run into Lionels and whatever in there. I don't know if that's worth it.
True. At the same time, you also have that Bombos medallion, so you could potentially screen nuke the majority of the enemies.
Oh yeah, You're right about that. You definitely can do that.
Ack is elected to read the hint tile. A glove can be found in Palace of Darkness. Plasma Kappa did not check that hint.
And you cannot read that one. Can't read those until you have a Moon Pearl.
And Ack is taking advantage of the mirror to go and rescue Jeremiah the Bullfrog nice and early, because that is only mirror locked in inverted. And chat points out, since the barrier did not dispel immediately for Plasma Kappa, it is not 0 crystals to enter GT.
Oh, good call.
Oh, we found another Hyrule Castle entrance. And I missed what Ack found in the back of the tavern. I think that is not randomized because that's the only backdoor entrance in the game.
Yes, I believe that's never randomized in the entrance side.
But yeah, with Ack and Kakariko, there's a ton of checks that could be made here. Also, I believe we have seen the smith locate the smith's hut. I don't remember where though. Oh, here's the front of Desert Palace. And Ack's gonna go right ahead and take a look around.
Yeah, why not take the smith with you?
The sealed cave in southeast Lake Hylia leads to a house with a chest. If I read that hint correctly.
Question in chat. No, we do not know crystal counts as of yet. We're still waiting.
Yeah,
However, we do know that the what would be, well, we don't even know if that is GT. I'm going to assume probably not, but what would break the barrier was not 0. So at least that is known.
And I'm not sure where the bottom of that the well entrance leads to. I don't recognize that that cave system.
There's the Master Sword.
Plasma Kappa did find oh, it's the actual bottom of the well. So never mind. Bottom of the well is Kakariko well is vanilla.
And looks like Ack will be heading there shortly.
And I bet Ack would like to have more bombs. And the red house in Kakariko leading to the Meyer shed.
Yep. And we'll get a lot more of this information shortly. Let's see what. So Plasma does get it. So we have so that's the shield and the big key that we got before.
Well, that's a different shield. Oh, and actually, with Ack getting a fire shield, that actually confirms this is hard mode.
Okay, so we now kind of have gotten everything down to just the only thing we don't know is what it is to beat the seed now. So we now know pretty much everything else.
Yeah, so now that we know that's a hard mode seed, if we do find the silver arrows, they will only work on Ganon himself. On top of that, Cane of Burna does not protect you from damage. The only way you can do that here is the cape.
Let's see. So yeah, so now Ack can at least kill Ganon when he finds him.
To answer question in chat, what Plasma Kappa is attempting to do here is mirror on the same frame he's entering this house in order to effectively Super Bunny, which would allow him to open the chest, because Plasma does not have the Moon Pearl at this time. That was on the library ledge, which was... Where was the library?
Death Mountain somewhere?
I want to say it was Death Mountain, yeah, because it was dark room locked. It was lamp locked, that's right.
And we
Ack
found
is finding...
Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, this is a good find. 4 items, perfectly good items up for grabs here.
Alright, so first item, piece of heart. And a small key to Ice Palace. Compass to Hera. And another small key to Tier.
Yeah, and it's so unfortunate for Plasma Kappa that actually Plasma Kappa never got the Moon Pearl because he never made it to Death Mountain.
No, let's see what's here.
I believe that's
That
the
looks
exit to
like
Magic
the
Bat.
magic bat. Yeah.
And unfortunately, Plasma Kappa will need a can't read the pedestal from here. No Moon Pearl. And that is King's Tomb right there on the north part of Skull Woods.
Yeah,
Or
I'm trying to
inside
do the
King's
same
Tomb.
thing.
Or inside of King's Tomb, I should say.
Yeah, so he's trying to just make sure he can actually open this chest here.
Another pod small key. I believe that makes it that's actually going to be our fourth pod small key when Ack picks that up, which is a lot of small keys to pod. That allows you to check almost everything, actually.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to read the pedestal. All right, get your hype in chat for what the ped could be.
It is
It's a small key to GT.
Yeah, I can't imagine they're going to go out of their way for that.
Considering we don't even know if GT is required.
And
this could be fast Ganon.
Could be fast Ganon. It also confirms that the goal is not Pedestal, which means that we do not need our pendants. All right, I think Ack's next stop, he's going to check Lumberjack Ledge. Now, this is a big check here. Let's see.
There's Ganon.
At the back of the sanctuary. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, no. That's Ganon Samaria. With Aga 1. Oh.
That's no good.
Yeah, that's almost required in almost every seed. And we still have to find Aga 1. We still have no idea where it is.
Yeah, and once we do get to Aga 1, we could check both chests as we have the as Ag at least has the first castle tower small key.
All right, let's see. Uncle gives us the big key, Eastern Palace.
That's a pretty important big key too, because now we can check the Eastern Palace boss.
And we can finally find out potentially if this is boss randomizer.
Looks like Ag found the other half of the race game.
Oh, there's Sahashala. He'll tell you where the green pendant is, though. All right, triple bombs, heart piece, and compass to GT. So Misery Mire is our green pendant today.
Oh, after discovering that the cane is Aga 1 lock, that is something you definitely want to hear. All right, Dark Shopping Mall leads to a fairy fountain, or a healer fairy. Dark Ice Rod Cave leads to the back of the brewery.
Yeah, so the only question is TR. If TR is one of the other pendants, we may not need to get that Kina Samaria.
Yeah, we're also still waiting to hear our crystal count. Ak has yet to, no one has read the signs. And as Chad points out, this is one heck of a world tour that the Smith is going on today.
This is the largest world tour he may ever see.
All right, Ak is now about to discover Ganon.
Yeah, so the worst place for that to be is on Aga, potentially, because then it's a guaranteed Aga seed.
Exactly. Now, unfortunately, Ak doesn't have a fire source, so it would be hilarious if it was if Ak had a fire source right now and a glove, and it was 0 crystals for Ganon. This seed would already be over.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, we get a big key to Pod. So I think that makes Pod completable without. We just need the hammer now.
Yeah, and we know that there is a glove in Palace of Darkness. So
I guess what we do. Well, yeah, the hammer is still hard required for that, isn't it? Because of the. But I was gonna say it may not need the hammer because if it's not Helmasaur King. But I was like, wait, never mind that. Scratch that effort.
well, no, even still, there was a hint for the glove, but I do think Pod is our next play once we find it.
Yeah, we still have yet to find Pod, which is part of the other problem.
And given that we've already gotten the vast majority of Pod's keys, I'm imagining Pod is going to not just be the glove, but I imagine it's going to be like at least 3+ progression items at this point, considering how elusive it's been this whole time.
Yeah.
Axe showing us the witch's hut and is the big bomb shop.
So Pod and Eastern are our 5-6 crystals today.
That would have been beautiful if this wasn't entrance randomizer.
Yep.
Oh, and actually just noticed when Ak went to the uncle, as Chad is enlightening me to this one, Ak deleted the smith, so it's gonna have to go back and get him.
Oh boy.
On the plus side, a Dark Witch's hut led to Spiral Cave.
Just $20 there.
Now, unfortunately, without a glove, even King... Well, we have flippers, actually, so yeah, King Zora's in logic, which I'm surprised Ak hasn't gone there already.
I wonder if that's his play now.
He's probably going to do a full South Shore sweep while he's at it. Check Mini Moldorm Cave as well, and Ice Rod Cave.
Did he check the Vanilla Fairy cave above him? I guess he must have if he's not going there. There's Pod.
In Mini Moldorm Cave, no less. That is a bad spot for a Chain Chomp.
Yep. There's never a good spot for a Chain Chomp. And that is the top of Paradox Cave, I believe, in Sahasha's closet.
I think so.
We'll have to wait and see. But I think that is Paradox Cave. So yeah, Hammer, we can full clear this dungeon. I mean, although you still need a fire source, but...
Yeah, that is actually kind of the one thing we're still looking for.
There's a shovel. Oh, yeah. All right, fetch quest, anybody?
Do we have to?
No. Oh, there's a single arrow.
I said there would be progression items, not unique items.
Question in chat. No, expert mode, I don't believe requires you to do the dark rooms without the lamp.
That, and we do know that this is a hard mode because Ak does have a fire shield.
No bow enemies here, so not bow locked. So you must be correct from earlier that they took out all the enemies that require a single the non-bow enemies to kill.
All
And
right,
there's the compass
so
of pod.
now the front of Eastern Palace led to a dark room. I'm not sure which one, though. Plasma Kappa, meanwhile, has also now taken Kiki and is going to open up the front entrance to Palace of Darkness to see. Maybe.
Oh, and he's going to have to do it again.
I thought for a split second Plasma Kappa wasn't going to be able to get back to his mirror portal.
Oy. Oh, this is...
That
bad.
spike is in a bad spot.
Yep.
That basically makes hammer jumping impossible.
Oh, Beamos. Oi.
Oh, that's comedy gold right there.
Yeah, Ack, I think you'll want to keep your cape on, buddy. Just a thought. Key to this dungeon.
Wow, so yeah, that's pod small key number 5. And Palace of Darkness entrance led to Sick Kid, which we could check. We have a bottle. Once Plasma Kappa gets that Moon Pearl, and Ak is deciding, yep, we're burning the place to the ground.
Not a bad suggestion. And a heart piece in one of the treasure chests in the back. There's the glove, locked behind the fire rod or lamp.
So now begs the ultimate question, where is that lamp? Or fire rod?
Yeah, that's going to be a good question. And I'm curious, it looks like he's going to go to Dark Maze, and then he's one key away from being able to full clear it if he gets the hammer. Alright, looks to me... we'll get the items for you here. There are 4 more potential chests in this dungeon. 3 of which will be here. Yeah, if your agent making a good call, he's so far out of the logic, it's hard to tell what the actual next best thing is.
Alright, one item in the Dark Maze is a heart piece. We'll see one more plus the big chest. I could not see what it was. It's not a glove upgrade.
And it didn't look like money to me, so I'm,
His ammo was capped too, so I can't tell. Oh, wait, actually, chat confirms it was the Ether Medallion.
oh, okay.
And actually, I did catch that in his pause menu, but it didn't click right away, so thank you, chat. Oh, Plasma Kappa finding that one of the Paradox Cave entrances dumps out on the back of Desert Palace.
Well, now with that, you can open both Turtle Rock and Misery Mire entrances.
Yeah, Axe next stop is going to be Ice Rod Cave. After that, I would hope the next stop is Zora, because we have 1 entrance and 2 more items to check. That Lionel is not in a happy spot either. And that is Spike Cave, which we have no access to because no hammer.
Nope. That's not a bad use of your money to buy a potion.
Yeah, that's a very heads-up play there, especially since you're headed to to an enemy randomized, damage randomized Zora area.
Another thing you don't like to necessarily say, but basically that makes fake flippering even harder than it already is.
Yeah, because one hit in fake flipper in the randomizer is an instant death.
Yeah. All right, let's see what this cave is. Oh, well, there's Swamp Palace. Oh, we know where the ice rod is.
Ooh, that's actually one of the best hints you can find if you need to do Turtle Rock's crystal.
But then we need Aga 1 for the King of Samaria.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And we have no idea what that is.
If there's one thing that I'm always bugged at, it's lack of information. So an hour in and we still don't know what our crystal count is, and it's crazy.
Yep. All right, just an empty house where the ice palace would normally be.
I don't know if we've seen what's on Lake Hylia Island yet.
No, we're about to, though. Just 10 arrows.
I'm surprised Ak is going for the Zor area and not the Hobo. Unless he's already seen it.
Good. That's a good call.
Although I imagine it must be easier, I guess, again,
well, there's
considering...
the back of Skull Woods. Fully, you can complete it.
Theoretically.
As long as it's not Trinex. Trinex... I'm trying to think of the only bosses he can't kill. Trinex...
He could kill Cold Stare because he has Bombos.
Yep, he can kill Cold Stare.
And he could theoretically kill Helmasaur with bombs.
Yeah, you can kill Helmasaur with... He's not going there, so we'll see. Gonna do Zora, I guess, first. Oh, Catfish first.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Do Catfish, do Zora area, see if you can get any helpful items, then go do back of Skull Woods. And actually, chat points out we do still need a fire source because there are torches.
Oh, yes, right. It's so rare that you don't have a torch. I mean, a light upgrade of some kind by now.
And it looks like Plasma Kappa is diving Misery Mire.
That's not a bad check. So we'll have to keep it at... Oh, well, there's a map on Zora's Ledge.
Personally, if it were me, considering the lack of information that there is at this point, I would pick that map up.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you.
All right. What does the King of all scams have for us today?
It's a sword upgrade.
Our third, and what will ultimately be for Ak, the final sword upgrade.
Well, that will make his Ganon fight once he gets there much easier.
Absolutely.
Far. Instead of 52 spins, now you can do slashes and spins, so much easier GT. I mean Ganon fight, I should say.
All right, we're taking a look now at the witch's hut, which leads to a generic cave, I guess. I think we've seen this from Plasma Kappa already, actually.
Oh, there's the
Smiths.
The Smiths.
And now Ak is routing in the Hobo check. That actually ended up being pretty efficient.
Yeah, absolutely. His routing was spot on. Nice job. I think I'm surprised he hasn't gone over to the top of the light world side and see what this seed really wants you to do. So we know it's not Master Sword Pedestal for sure. We just need to figure out what the crystal count will be for Ganon and for GT. unless it's fast Ganon.
Well, even if it's fast Ganon, if the GT crystal count is, or the Ganon crystal count is significantly higher than the GT entrance count, then GT may have a significant amount of progression.
Yep.
And then that again, that is of course assuming GT is in its vanilla location.
Yeah, we have no idea. We haven't seen GT.
Oh, and actually, Chad points out, Plasma Kappa was at the top of Hyrule Castle earlier, and there was no crack in the balcony already, so it is not fast Ganon.
Oh, okay. So then we do need to find GT.
Oh, wait. Chad is also telling me it's actually still locked by Aga 2. And even then, Ganon's in the back of Escape anyway, so we don't really have to worry too much about that, all things considering. At least not yet.
Correct.
Yeah, it should be noted we're an hour in, and we still have not picked up any crystals or pendants.
Yeah, plus we still don't know if if the bosses are randomized yet either.
Alright, Ak has now seen Paradox Cave from Sahaswala's hut. I think if I were Ak and if I discovered Eastern Palace, I would probably full clear that as soon as I found it.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I don't think he's activated his flute yet, has he?
I don't think so. Ooh.
Not only that, he hasn't checked the shovel either.
That was a very nice super speed dodge there by Ak the Boker to get past that
it is a
giant
dark room. We just don't know which one. Yeah, you still need Kiki to unlock what vanilla pod would be.
Chat saying the room that Eastern goes into is the Death Mountain escape, so fascinating. Yes, so my brain hurts. I don't know about anybody else's.
Yeah, I'm with you, buddy. We're on this ride together.
All right, we're finally seeing that sick kid check, and it's just for a little bit of love.
We love you too, chat.
Yes, we do.
And I think they were asking earlier in the week what people wanted to see from us, the commentators and stuff like that. And there was a couple of people that said entrance randomizer would be kind of fun. So here you go. All right, so here's that shovel, which is a map. I was gonna say, are you picking that up? All right, can we see? Let's see what desert is. All right, so desert, one of our pendants.
And Hera is a crystal.
Yeah, so which we have also not found.
Bees. All right. With the knowledge Ack has acquired from Lake Hylia, Ack can now properly turn in the smith this time.
And now, yeah. Oh, then there goes activating the flute.
Get your 07s in chat for the Hylian National Anthem. You know what? If only that lady in Kakariko used the whole file name. Help! This creeper's here. Send help!
Yeah, that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
That would be so fitting. I love it when the game just works with you on stuff like that. Like when you name your character Oh No in Pokemon, or Oh No, yeah, Oh No I, or something like that. Oh no, I picked up a Pokeball.
I'm with you. I'm not as familiar with Pokemon, but I'm definitely with you.
Oof, Plasma Kappa taking a death from that hard hat Pedal.
So we still have not seen the lamp or fire rod. We know where Samaria is. Let's see what else. So we have not found GT or Aga 1.
Oh god, I just looked at the playback. That hard hat beetle that Plasma Kappa ran into earlier did 5 hearts of damage.
Ouch.
And slamming into a bat cost Ack 4 hearts earlier.
Yeah, this has not been a friendly seed, to say the least. And the Smith's just $20. All right, let's see if Ack now gets to the top of Hyrule Castle and we find out what the requirements are.
Ack, please do not hit that hard hat beetle. Thank you.
Yeah, that would be very bad.
I think that Pengator deals more than 2 hearts of damage too right now, so yeah, watch out.
Yeah, I think anything that would touch him would kill him at this point.
And I think this is actually new information because Plasma Kappa was never able to get down here.
Yeah, so let's see what's here. $20 and triple bombs. And Ack is not thrilled with that.
Yeah, because at this point, with all that we've checked, we still don't really have a hint of where to go. Like, we're missing so much stuff. We're missing keys, we're missing fire sources, we're missing hammer.
Well, there's a GT, there's a hammer.
Well, forget what I said about the hammer.
Alright, so now we know where the hammer is, so we're getting more information already.
So with hammer and toe, that means we can finish up pod.
Assuming it's Helmasaur King.
Right.
Well, yeah, we can finish it up anyway now, I guess. Now it doesn't matter.
The
Unless
only
it's
boss
Trinex.
yeah, that's the only boss we can't kill, or Act can't kill right now.
Yeah, neither one of our runners on the restream can kill. We need a fire rod and an ice rod to kill Trinex.
And the ice rod, we already know, is in a really jerkish it's in we saw it earlier, but I don't remember where it was. We saw a hint for it. Chat saying hair basement. Thank you, chat.
There's the front of the tavern.
Plasma Kappa finally, or I should say, no, that's not Death Mountain. Sorry, that's Desert. Seeing the back of Turtle Rock.
All right, let's see what Act does here in Misery Mire.
All right, so we're seeing another something upgrade we can't. We're already capped out on in Mire. Oh, I think we saw that already from Plasma Kappa.
I think he cleared out as much as he could of that side.
I think he did.
At this point, I'm kind of hoping for vanilla bosses.
Oh, Plasma Kappa is showing us what is in... this would normally be the Castle Tower entrance, but it is just Ice Rod Cave this time around.
There's the other bow.
Well, now.
So we know where the silver arrows are for Ack if he decides to go up there. No, that is not GT. That is correct. That is definitely not GT.
Yeah, so that's a lucky break for Plasma Kappa. Does not have to go all the way to the other bow that was on the floating island. And finally gets to pick up that moon pearl.
So an hour 16 in. Now remember, folks, he did do a complete redo. So he's on his actual second kind of playthrough. The beginning was what he knew already, but now he's going to be doing some new checks. And he's not actually that far behind Hack. So this is still anyone's game.
Actually, how did Plasma Kappa get up to Death Mountain again? Because it does. I don't think he took the old man's route.
Did he use the flute? That would be my guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to piece this together, because if that's the case, the pearl's not lamp locked. Oh, chat is saying he did a crazy set of connectors, it looks like. Because, yeah, there were a lot of connector caves. One of the connector caves led to Dark Death Mountain. That much I do remember.
There's Eastern again.
Yeah, Plasma's probably going to clear this with that bow.
Does he have the big key?
Oh, and I missed what that hint just said. He does. It's marked on his tracker.
Oh, okay, cool. I wasn't sure.
So I think so. Oh, I just saw the hint in the playback. The pyramid leads to Ganon's tower.
Oh, okay.
So when that says the pyramid, that translates to the big bomb, right?
Yes.
So I think,
That means we have
call me crazy, but I think we can actually already access that. Oh no, we can. We're still missing a lamp.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we need Eastern was one of the 5. What was the other 5 6 besides Eastern?
Pod.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we're still lamp locked. Yeah.
Wow,
Craziness.
that's crazy.
Yeah, and I thought inverted was crazy, but an inverted key sanity with entrance randomizer thrown in there too. It's just, this is not friendly.
And Plasma Kappa finding the GT big key in Eastern Palace. Not reading that hint tile though. Nope, never mind. The
So
base
he
of
already
East.
knows.
Yeah, that will not help us at this point,
Oh,
unfortunately.
we have Hera in its vanilla location today.
Fascinating. Which does mean Ack will be waiting on a fire source for that ice rod again.
Well, he knows for sure that if he can do the jump, he could get up the tower. Although he does have the big key, so we'll see what he does. So yeah, he could definitely do the pot and get up the tower faster.
That is an interesting Herapod method using super speed. I am not familiar with that one at all.
And now at an hour 20 in, we're gonna and by the way, chat, just because if this boss is Trolldorm, does not necessarily, we still don't know for a fact if the rest of it is randomized or not. And there's the big key of Ice Palace. So that might make Ice Palace like the next way to go, especially we have Hammer, Hook Shot, Bombos.
Yeah, I mean,
all right. Is this boss randomizer? Don't know. I don't think so.
It's Moldorm, but he only has one eye.
Yeah, why is that?
That's another Randomizer characteristic. Moldorm's eyes could be anywhere from 1 to 8.
More importantly, in an hour 21, we finally have crystal number 1.
At last, Ack draws first blood. Although, it is really weird that the boss music didn't play, as Chad points out. I have no idea why that's the case.
I've had that happen to me, and I haven't figured out why. I didn't know if it's just a glitch, but... Alright, so we now know Ether Tablet was $20. So this will be the telltale sign here in Eastern. If Armos Knights is the boss of Eastern... Oh, there's a GT big key. If Armos Knights are the boss of of Eastern, then we know that the rest of it's not. That the bosses are not randomized.
Right.
Which means we won't run into Trinax in a place where we can't kill him.
But yeah, I'm just trying to piece together what the seed...
Yeah, somewhere along the lines, the lamp or the fire rod were
Chat brings up
Missed.
a
All
good
right. Is
point.
this almost yeah? So I think the bosses are not shuffled.
Okay. So at least we got that comfort. But
Yeah.
Chat brings up a good point. Ice Rock Cave should have been Axe second bow, but it wasn't. So silvers are not allowed in this seed. So is the difficulty... And
this is we use bombos in every room.
Yeah. Oh, chat's telling us that silvers are now not in hard mode in V31. That's what was throwing me off, because in the league we were still running V30. I think.
All right, so let's see what we get out of Ice Palace.
Yeah, there's a lot up for grabs in here. We can check the big chest. We can full clear the dungeon, really.
Yeah, absolutely we can definitely full clear.
I knew there was always money in the banana stand, but what about the pineapple stand?
There'll be money in the banana stand and the pineapple stand. I don't know. All right, let's see. All right, so Axe setting up his bomb jump.
So those tentacle things in Thieves Town, but like behind that Stalfos Knight, those guys are also dealing 5 hearts of damage too.
Yeah, this is not a nice seed at all.
The enemy
at least
damage.
Now we're starting to get information. We still don't know what we need to clear the game, but we still, well, at the very least, we still need at least a fire rod or lamp to kill Ganon anyway. Even if all good thing, even if it's a 0 to hurt Ganon, we still need some kind of fire source to do anything in phase 4.
Right. We did just Plasma Kappa did finally pick up his flippers in Thieves Town. So yeah, I'm still trying to kind of wrap my head around what the seed was expecting. So
There's the
Moon Pearl
lamp.
was
Okay, so that kind of gives us, that kind of goes all the way back to square one. So you need to get bombos to get to Ice Palace to get the lamp to get all the dark rooms into logic.
And where's the Ice Palace entrance again? Because I'm drawing a blank again.
I don't know. We'll have to wait till he clears it. I don't remember. Hence why we should have had paper and pencil. Light World Death Mountain. Thank you, chat.
Which means we could have accessed that right off. Was it Eastern or Western Death Mountain? Because we could have accessed that right off the bat. So that makes a lot of sense suddenly.
Yeah. So now everything that Act did is back into logic. So he's kind of like back where he should be, at least.
Yeah, it's peace of mind for me. I'll give you that much.
I'm good. Yeah, I think next time there's a key sanity entrance randomizer, I'm writing things down for my own sanity because it'll just be easier. But in the meantime, we still have some information to find. So this may not be an Aga seed. We still have no idea where even Aga is. But depending on the crystal count and what that we now know where 2 out of the 3 medallions pendants are. We just need to figure out if TR is a crystal or a medallion and how many we need to clear the seed. If we don't need Total Rock for whatever reason, we definitely don't need Misery Mire. As far as like clearing is concerned, we may not need to get the Hina Samaria.
Yeah, and it looks like Ack is going to go straight to Cold Stare here. No Fire Rod. Tempered Sword at least does make this a little bit cozier.
Bombos makes it even easier.
And yeah, at this point, I think we can agree bosses are absolutely not shuffled.
Yeah, which is good, so that we know where the ice rod is. So now he can actually go get the ice rod if he wants. On Axe side, he can go get the ice rod with that lamp. He can go get that ice rod. All right, down goes Cold Stare. And crystal number 2.
And actually, we're still missing the Tower of Hera's small key, so we still can't get that ice rod.
Oh, yeah, right.
We do have a lot of Dark World maps. I think we have Swamp, Mire, and Turtle Rocks.
Oh, now he's going to full clear Eastern.
And Chad actually brings up another good point. If the crystal count ends up being lower for like a lower number for Ganon, like this is going to be Axe's 3rd crystal. What if the crystal count is 3 or 2?
Yeah, at this point, I think I go check what that requires. Ooh, skeleton. What was that? 5 or 6 hearts of damage?
I'm going to check the
Ouch.
playback to triple check, but he went from 12 to 0 hearts in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, I missed it again on the playback also.
Yeah, because the mini Moldorm did 4 hearts, which means the whatever just rammed into him did 8.
Oh, that is painful.
I cannot wait for the interviews.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, those skeletons, yeah, you don't want to you don't want to find out how many damage they do.
Oh, based of East Dark DM leads to Misery Mire. Okay. I'm not used to seeing hints because we've commonly had them off for so long that being able to catch the text in that fashion, especially for entrance rando, it's something I'm not used to.
All right, now we get to see what's in this dark room. This one doesn't look as terrible, but that's one of the hard parts of doing things in the dark, especially with enemy rando. You really have no idea what's there. But at least they did have bombos early on.
Yeah, I mean, the early items we picked up, bombos, cape, boots, they've all been like probably the saving graces of this run so far.
Yeah. All right, so one more item in Eastern, and we know this will be his 3rd crystal. So yeah, if I'm Ack, I go. I know where Ganon is. I'm going straight there. You know, the worst comes to worst, he'll say I can't do anything, which is fine. Yeah, you know where Ganon is. You go straight. You might as well go straight there. See if you can kill Ganon.
Alright. Plasma Kappa seeing Ganon now.
So he does not have the glove. He cannot get to Ganon right now.
Nope.
He needs to get to... So yeah, so we now know 100% that the bombos leads to the lamp, which leads to everything else being okay in the universe.
How many hearts did Ack just lose there?
He went down to 1 or 2 hearts.
Okay. Was that another 8-heart impact? It was 7.5 hearts.
Ouch.
Yeesh. This random damage is brutal.
Yeah. All right, that's crystal number 3 for Act the Boker. Let's see where he goes next. I think I would go to Ganon and see if I can kill him now.
Yeah, it would at least put the rest of our minds at ease at what needs to be done. Oh, I say put our minds at ease, but all it really would do is add to the confusion if it's not 3 crystals.
No, that's true.
Where is Ack going right now?
He's going
Tablet?
to some of the other locations on South Shore with the glove.
Oh, yeah, because we couldn't see this earlier.
Yeah, so...
Another shop.
And there's Laser Bridge. I mean, not Laser Bridge, the eyeball area. So let's see where he goes now. He's going to do some of Turtle Rock.
Yeah, this is early mid Turtle Rock. In fact, actually, yeah, this is leading up to the Vanilla Big Key.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He didn't have any long-range weapons last time he went in here. And no Kina Samaria, so no real reason to go forward.
That hint is in pod is rude to everybody's file name. You know, they ask for help, but the hint says, "I bet you wanted help, didn't you?"
Yeah, so we don't know.
Was that another 7-heart impact?
Yeah, that was. Eek.
Oh, it was from one of the fireballs. Mimic Ledge leads to a connector. I think we already knew that.
Yeah.
So now what's Axe play? Plasma Kappa is eventually going to get that, hopefully get that glove, but is going to have to navigate the rooms in the dark.
Yeah, he does not have the lamp from Ice Palace.
Come to think of it, I don't think Ack has checked... Oh, maybe he has checked Kakariko. Where is he, where's he going? Mimic Cave. No hammer before.
Right. You so rarely see this kind of thing, too. And it makes it more difficult. Alright, let's see what the item is here. $20.
So another progressive difficulty locked item. Probably was, as chat points out, our third shield. Or butter sword.
That is a possibility. Or armor. Yeah, possible. Alright, so now we're going to see what's in the back of Escape. Plus, we could see what's in... Well, there's a map to Thieves Town, another heart piece, and a small key to Swamp. So
That's
which
a
puts
big
Swamp
one.
Palace into the logic.
Yeah, that is pretty much... Yeah, that's the small key. If there's like one small key you want to find that unlocks the most checks, Swamp Small is that key.
Yeah, exactly.
And to answer question in chat, this is hard mode as Ak is packing a tempered sword.
Oh, so there's the other castle towers. We actually still have not found Aga.
No, we have not.
And I'm kind of glad.
Yeah, this might be it's either going to be the biggest blessing in disguise or the greatest curse.
Right now, I'm going with biggest blessing. Oh yeah, and now we can see what's in the front of the sanctuary.
I think somebody.
Oh,
I think
wait,
this
we
was
already
checked
did.
already.
Ay, sorry. My brain is just. I'm trying really hard to make sure it does not shut off here and keeps everything in check.
Dude, I lost it like once we finally drew first blood at an hour and 20 minutes.
All right, so we're gonna do hammer pegs here. Oh, there's the blind hut. That's nice.
Yeah, we've been looking for this all game.
Yeah, so there's 5 items here. 300 bucks. There's Quake. Bombs and 300 bucks.
Wow, Blind really was a good thief. Had a lot of money in his hut.
Yeah, he was. And there's 10 arrows.
Oh, you know what Plasma Kappa just reminded me of? We have logical access to Spike Cave now.
Oh, yeah, right.
We have tons of bottles. We have a cape. We have hammer. It's in the light shopping mall.
Yeah.
And
All right,
Ak's going to give us a purple chest check here.
Oh, so he's not taking plasma with him? Sorry. I just had to say something silly, I guess. So
ladies and gentlemen,
chat, so what is this? It's inverted. It's hard mode inverted key sanity entrance randomizer with enemizer
and enemy damage shuffle.
And enemy damage shuffle, yes.
It is thankfully not boss shuffle.
Yeah, I'm glad for that. To be honest with you, I'm also glad that Ganon was not behind the lumberjack, because then we would have had to find Aga Tower no matter what. All right, so he knows where Swamp Palace is, and this is a good place as any to go.
Yeah, I like this play because it's another crystal. Well, we don't know if it's a crystal, actually. We're still missing intel on one pendant, which would help us to find our last crystals.
I'm hoping it's a crystal and not a pendant. The music does not help, by the way. The music is also randomized in key sanity. And we're still waiting for someone to check the sign for Ganon. so we actually know what we're doing. And I'm willing to bet that Ack clears the left side while he's here. He's just going to full clear this dungeon.
I agree with that, because you don't know what you still need to do. You don't have any clue if you're in go mode. You don't know what the crystal requirement is. For all we know, Fire Rod could be down here, and you need that for Trinex, in case Trinex is a crystal.
But which then we would need Aga for Kina Samaria. We would still need to get to Aga. We still need to find the Aga somewhere, which is gross. Question in chat. No, we don't know the crystal count at all. We know GT's is not 0, but we don't know what Ganon's is at all.
Yeah, we got a hint earlier that says that Ganon's tower is locked by the big red bomb, so we know at the very least it's locked behind Pod and Eastern.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm just still surprised that neither one of our runners, at least on our restream, other runners could be doing totally different things and could have checked already to see what the requirements are, but nobody has checked the requirements for Ganon yet.
Plasma Kappa electing to not pick up that map. Now, chat brings up a good point that we should also point out. Ack burnt all 5 of his pod keys, so in order to get to Helmasaur King, he must find the 6th Palace of Darkness small key.
Yes, he would. All right, so 6 more items here inside Swamp Palace. Actually, having bomb bolts early, especially in a seed like this, is really nice in general.
Yeah, definitely the most useful out of all 3 medallions in general when they're not, opening dungeons.
Yeah, exactly. And in this case, it was hard required to get to the lamp.
Well, there's Desert Palace's small key, so now we can check the items on the right side.
Yeah, so... And he's still missing the big key, so... Unless it's here... we'll have to see if the big key happens to be here or not.
To answer a question on chat, Pedestal has a small key to Ganon's tower.
Which I think as long as they don't open that middle door between the 2 rooms, they'll be fine.
And those guards are just saying, I'm a head out.
All right, $20 there and $20 there.
Okay, at this point, I'm pretty sure we should be on Butter Sword, Red Mail, Mirror Shield, Silver Arrows. Just saying, considering how many progressive 20s we found at this point.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. And there's the other pod small key.
Well, that is a big break for Ack right there. There goes that water spider. This seed has just been too much fun, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, and if any of you guys want to try a seed like this, there is just go to the randomizer website and pull yourself up a seed and give it a try, or get into one of these Mystery Mondays, and you may end up in one of these crazy seeds where you have no idea what you're doing. Chad saying, heck no. At least they're honest. Try this. Nope. You guys are very honest. I like it.
All right, that is Act the Boker's fourth crystal. Now the next question is, does he go back to pod to full clear it, or does he gamble Ganon?
Let's see. Well, at least Plasma does get his tempered sword, so that's good.
And we see our last pendant. It is Thieves Town.
All right, so that means we know if it's 7-7, if it's 7 for Ganon, then we need to find Aga so we can kill Trinex. And a bunch more keys.
To answer question, Chad, Zora's Ledge had a map.
Where is Act going without a fire rod?
It is possible to light the torches in this room with only a lamp.
Oh, well, I guess I had no idea that. Oh, he's gonna bomb jump. Got it. Never saw that before, so I was like, wait, what is he doing? Again, these runners definitely know this stuff a lot better than I, so hats off to Act him knowing that part of it.
All right, meanwhile, Plasma Kappa finally getting around to his Paradox Cave dive.
And I think he'll be pleasantly surprised with what he gets. And we want to just give hats off to our tracker, Oro. He has done an amazing job in keeping us on track, as well as what the runners have, to keep everything accomplished for us. So we wanted to give him a big shout out. And of course, please give our two runners a follow, Plasma Kappa and Act the Boker. This has not been an easy seed at all.
Yeah, this is the pinnacle right here of tenacity, especially on Plasma Kappa's end, considering he had to restart at the 30-minute mark.
Yeah.
The Southwest Death Mountain Foothills Cave leads to a connector, is what that entrance to Turtle Rock hint said. To answer your question, chat, Plasma Kappa had to restart because he had too much trouble getting through the old man cave with no lamp.
And I guess Ack is going straight to pod to finish it off.
Ack is making one heck of a bank on the idea that this is a very high crystal count requirement for Ganon.
Yeah. And now we're going to finally see what's in the Misery Mire entrance. Question in chat, can you not save and quit? You can, but you still stay in that sequence. You have to finish it. Once you start it, you must finish it regardless of whether you save and quit, whether you die, whether you save and continue, you have to finish it.
And looks like the Misery Mire entrance just led to a healer fairy.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, let's recap everybody on what the logic of this seed was kind of expecting. You were expecting to go through a pretty ridiculous array of connector caves to get up to Death Mountain, to get to the leftmost side, which leads to the library, and that will give you your Moon Pearl. And the hammer was in Paradox Cave, which the entrance to that was... Where was it again?
It was on Death Mountain somewhere.
Also on Death Mountain, okay. Oh, Sahasrara's hut, okay. And the glove, which was needed for full Light World access, was here in Palace of Darkness.
Which was locked behind the lamp. Which was an ice palace, which was locked behind the bomb boss medallion.
And Ak having absolutely no trouble with Helmasaur King. Oh, we're finally getting our crystal requirements. You need 7 crystals to beat Ganon. And just 1 crystal to enter GT. Or this door.
Okay, so that means we need to find Agawan.
Would it be hilarious if it's right here?
No,
it's
but
Hype Cave.
Hype Cave would be. Alright, so we need... Okay, so we will need to full clear Turtle Rock. I saw a mushroom in there. And a big key to Swamp. Oh! Alright, well, hopefully that's not the Fire Rod.
That's rude, if it is.
Well, actually, chat mentioning unless someone does some serious hovering, yeah, I guess then you can not have to go through Aga.
And that is that requires some elite memeage to be able to pull that off.
Yes. And it looks like Ak is going to go straight to GT now. He's going to take a nice long walk. Short walk, I guess, in this case.
So yeah, in this case, we're looking for go mode. We can get into Turtle Rock. We can get to Laser Bridge and Trinex without mitts. So we don't need mitts.
Right, we don't need mitts.
Actually, well, unless we need mitts to get to wherever Aga 1 is hiding. Which it could be the entrance to King's Tomb for all we know.
Right. So we're still looking for logical access to Aga.
And as chat points out, we're still looking for the Tower of Hera small key too, because we still need the Ice Rod.
Yeah, it could be all right here in GT. All right, so there are 27 chests in GT, and it looks to me like Ak is gonna skip the basement and just go straight up the tower.
I can understand why Ak is doing this, because this will open up the way to that drop down. Because I think that still has to be done regardless of
Yep.
Fast Ganon or not.
And that could be where Aga 1 is. Right? Because if wasn't
well, actually, I'm trying to think. That's a drop down. So what drop downs haven't we seen? We've seen Ganon, we've seen Magic Bat, we've seen Kakariko Go Well.
We haven't seen Lumberjack, have we?
I think no, we haven't seen Lumberjack.
So this could be the Lumberjack item. All right, so 150. This is a weird thing to say. 157. Ak enters the gauntlet. Now again, he's not in go mode, but at least he is in the gauntlet now.
Yeah, we are looking for go mode right now. The Tower of Hera small key, the Fire Rod,
and that might be
the entrance to Castle Tower.
Aga 1. Depending on where Agawan is. Because if you, well, you still need Agawan to get the Kena Samaria to get to Trinex. Again, unless you're doing some serious hovering. And I don't know these two runners well enough to tell you if they can do that kind of hovering.
Yeah,
I know
I
Fear
can't tell you
Agent
that
can,
either.
for sure. I've seen him do it.
Same.
I don't know these runners well enough to tell you if they can or can't. In fact, I would assume Fear Agent probably would hover at this point. He probably wouldn't even bother with Agawan. You know, once he gets the Ice Rod and Fire Rod, he's just going to hover that thing. And Fear Agent calling him Act the Hoverer. So, I'm wondering if he would then leave that alone too. Because if you know how to hover, you're not bothering with Agawan.
Yeah, I think what Ak is doing here is gambling that the Fire Rod and Hera Small Key are up here. Well, actually...
and we have a check on Spike
yeah, he still
Cave,
needs
too.
the Fire Rod. That is true. We have not seen Spy Cave yet. And we've had access to this check for quite some time.
And just another bottle. Oh, this room is easier now without that fire bar.
Chad brings up a good point. Actually, what Ak could do is clear the final 4 chests in GT, beat Aga 2, open up the hole, but before going in there, check the goals.
Yep, exactly.
And Ak, I should say, has demonstrated some exemplary routing capabilities so far throughout the course of this seed. And there's the powder in GT.
So that opens up Magic Bat.
Yeah, and Magic Bat is... Where was Magic Bat again? It wasn't vanilla.
No, it was... No, because that was where something else was. I actually don't remember. Alright, so on to Troll Dorm 2. So actually GT could lead to Magic Bat also. This is a scary seed, folks. And there's a map to Skullwoods.
Which does not help us.
No, but we know we need Fire Rod, Ice Rod, and the small key to Tower of Terror technically to clear this seed. We know where the back and we know where Kena Samaria is. So those are the things we need. And unfortunately, I don't think Plasma Kappa has done, since he had to do the hard reset, I don't know if he's done any more crystal dungeons. So he's way behind.
Yeah, I don't think so. He hasn't been to Swamp Palace yet. Or, yeah, hasn't full cleared Swamp and beaten Argus yet.
Well, the one good thing is when he does go there, he does have the key to clear the whole thing.
Right, there could still be progression in the
big key.
Swamp Palace big chest.
And actually, I think Aga's balls did a lot of damage too. All right, so Aga 2 is done. So let's see. Yes, so Mr. Scruff Ninja, yes. It was 1 crystal for getting into GT and 7 for Ganon.
All right, so yeah, Ak is going to check the goals here before dropping in to what I imagine probably might be Magic Bat Cave at this point.
Or he's just gonna say, forget that idea.
Just checking that one entrance first, because Ak has not been up here yet, so did not know what those entrances were. And we had a mushroom turn in too, and it was just a small key, and not a useful small key either.
Well, now he does have the big key to Swamp Palace.
And that guy delivering a useless hint. The abundance of hints, especially in
this
entrance.
was Lumberjack. So what was Lumberjack? The boomerang.
Boring.
Oh. Well, Plasma Kappa finally in the right place. He'll full clear Ice Palace, get his lamp, and be back in business. And I'm gonna guess that Ak is going back to GT. Yep, because there's just too many locations for him to check. And as long as he does not open up that middle door, I think he'll be fine. Or potentially fine.
Yeah, unfortunately cannot go full right. Well, there's the Thieves Town big key, but we already got a hint about the big chest being trash. But yeah, we can't go full right GT because we actually can't get there without Kane.
Right. But there's a lot more locations that he can check. So this is still a very good thing for him.
Yeah, he's going to be able to check 17 chests out of the remaining 23.
Exactly. And he knows when he kind of needs to be in go mode at this point.
Well, there's another GT small key as well.
That'll help. All right, let's see what's in the firebar room. Besides grossness of a lot of spikes, just triple bombs. Yes, 20. Yes, death. Exactly.
Oh, what if once we eventually find Aga Tower, so Magic Bat, I guess, is Lumberjack Tree? Is that a safe assumption? Wait, or we saw Magic Bat exit, right?
Yeah, I just don't remember. I don't think. No, we know that Aga1 is the Canis Amaria, which is, I think, where the thief is, where the drop down, where that would be.
Yes.
All right, let's see what's in Rando room. Turtle Rock, small key.
Okay, now we should be at Mirror Shield, Red Mail, Gold Sword, Silver Arrows, Ganon.
Yes, now we should be.
2 more progressive 20s. Oh, chat is actually enlightening me that those heart containers now count for 20 rupees as well. That I did not know. I imagine that as I recall, those used to be. Oh, there's another one. So yeah, I think we're looking at heart containers here. did not know that. I thought this was a version 30 thing, I would imagine, that anything you picked up, or I should say, what happened in the hard logic is some of the hard pieces and containers would just have been replaced by blue rupees, but not the case.
No, but on to Armos Knights for Active Bunker. And only 3 more chests that he can successfully get to. There's the fire rod, though. All right, so that's a good piece of information. We now have fire rod. So now all we need, technically, if you can hover, you just need to get the small key for Tower of Hera to get to the ice rod, and then go to the back of TR and clear Trinex, and you are good. And we still don't know where the other gloves are.
Well, again, our look at our bush crabs, and they were just green rupees.
Is that also a hard mode thing?
I don't think the crabs.
I haven't played enough of it to know.
Difficulty. I don't think tree pulls and crab drops are affected by difficulty.
There's Magic Bat. Please be the Hera small key. Nope.
It's a heart container.
Yep. Well, kind of glad it's not a Pedestal, because then it would be a guaranteed Agassi, because you can't hover over that one button. So if it was a Pedestal, then it would be guaranteed Agawan, because you can't hover over that.
Not to mention you would need Kane Vermeyer's green pendant.
Well, that's why I said that. You can't hover or do anything to get that button to stay down.
Yeah, sorry, I missed that statement for a second.
Well, there's a checkboard cave.
Another health up item.
Yeah. So let's see where Act goes next.
Oh yeah, that's the thing about entrance rando we should bring up. You are allowed to use quick swap. You might have noticed Ack was able to swap to his ether medallion without going to the pause menu.
Oh, did not know that.
I would say, if I'm going to be a betting man here, I'm going to bank on King's Tomb being the Hera small key.
Oh, yeah, that's a definite possibility.
And to clarify something in chat, we can't see the green pendant anyway because we're still waiting on, we need Kane for Meyer.
Right, exactly.
Oh, what happened there? Did Plasma Kappa's cape fail?
Ooh. And he was just about to rescue the old man again. Thankfully,
Oh, he equip swapped to something else. Okay. Because, yeah, that's the other thing about the cape. You have to stay on the cape. Otherwise, it'll deactivate. And ironically, the Lionels, I think, only do 1.5 hearts of damage.
Yeah, that is kind of funny, actually.
Meanwhile, mini Moldorms do 4. Colliding with those tentacle thingies does at least 5.
And then the beetles. And now with the fire rod and all that other stuff, and the lamp, he could check the left side mire.
Yeah, this will be really interesting.
So I'm gonna guess that we still need. Well, we don't know what we need because we still have no idea where Aga 1 is. So, blessing in disguise, possibly if you know how to hover. If you don't, you have to find Aga 1. All right, big chest, just triple bombs. Yes, we know Ice Rod is in the Hera basement. And that's why writing things down, especially in a seat like this, is important. Remembering where Hera is and everything like that. And actually, it's nice to know where little things are.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to remember to get my notepad out if we have another one of these.
Yeah, I'm with you, brother. For sure.
All right, first, whoa, that's a lot of crystal rollers.
Oh, nice.
Almost got back rolled.
All right, into the cutscene room. Last chest we can get. In this dungeon, at least. Well, now full clearing the back of Thieves Town wouldn't be a bad thing. We know that the big chest doesn't have anything, but the rest of the dungeon wouldn't be a bad idea.
Building near the catfish leads to a connector. I think we've already seen that.
And then there's one more chest that Plasma Kappa can get to.
Come to think of it, we're still waiting to see the Swamp Big Chest as well.
Yeah. But this makes a lot more sense as 4. Well, 3. You know that the big chest is garbage, but there's good things could come of this. Where you can, if all he's looking for is the Hera small key, then we'll have to see. I think that might be what Ak is looking for now. I don't think he's looking for Aga 1 anymore. I think he's looking for that Hera small key.
I would agree with you on that one. If what I'm being told is correct, and Ak would have no difficulty hovering the Grand Gap of Turtle Rock, yeah, not happening.
And I think he also knows what's in the big chest, so he didn't have to go up to get the other small key. He's just going straight to the back.
Wow, there are so many enemies on screen that the tektites there are partially transparent.
Oh, this room is gross. You don't even realize how many things you need to, how many enemies are actually in the screen. You just take that for granted.
Yeah, not to mention that one red guard on the bottom left who clearly fell through the rug because there was a gap in the floor.
And I don't know if Ack has anything in those potions.
I want to say he has a red, that he bought a red, but I'm not 100% sure. Now, chat brings up a good point. King's Tomb is Titan's Myths locked in inverted.
Right, so you can't just mirror in there.
Yeah, so this could be maybe blind as Titan's Myths to King's Tomb.
Dagger 1? Possibly.
Yeah.
And this is slowly becoming an all dungeon seed, too.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. Although was there anything of value in Desert? I don't
think so, but we've gone into all the dungeons now.
Maybe a pod small key, but...
Well, there's half magic. That's not bad.
And we would like to welcome in all the folks who are coming in from the main Speed Gaming channel. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this afternoon's A Link to the Past Randomizer Monday Daily Race. It's been a roller coaster, ladies and gentlemen. This seed mystery has been, we discovered to be an inverted key sanity enemizer with no boss shuffle, but enemies are shuffled and damage is shuffled. A hard item pool. And it is 7 crystals for Ganon. And entrance shuffle.
Yep. And there's the swag net. That does not help us, unfortunately. And rando damage, yes.
So you have stepped in on a nightmare.
Yeah. So let's see where we go next. Because I'm trying to see if anybody knows where we should go. We have to logically, to get to King's Tomb, we need to find the Titan's Myths. So we have seen both Pyramid Fairy and we've seen the Waterfall Fairy. Yes, Mushroom has been checked, and it looks to me like Act is going back to Swamp Palace for that one check.
Yes, for our remaining go mode items, Ak is looking for a small key to Tower of Hera because the Hera basement has the ice rod. We saw a hint for that earlier. The Cane of Samaria is on the top of the Thieves' Hideout, but that entrance is Lumberjack.
There's the myths. Oh, wow.
That's pretty much the last thing Ak wanted to see right now.
Yep.
Because I think that literally only opens up King's Tomb.
Well, that kind of puts where, yeah, that it does, but yeah, and I think that's probably where he's going to head. Yeah, that looks where where he's headed. Maybe to pick. Oh, he's gonna do mushroom first, which also makes sense to him, and then he'll go see what the Titan Summits were.
And the witch's hut, I should say, was actually in Lake Hylia, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Here's our King's Tomb check.
There's Aga.
It is Castle Tower.
Well, here comes the the whole dungeons. Now we know where Aga is. And a useless map.
Oh, you know what the icing on the cake would be? The Tower of Hera Small Cube being the second chest.
Hey, but if I'm him, I'm mirroring out. I don't even go up the rest of the tower. I would stop right there. Especially, well, if you know how to hover. I don't, so I would obviously have to kill Aga at this point for me. But since he knows how to hover, I'd say, forget Aga, I'm hovering.
Nope, it was just a health upgrade.
So that means it's very possible that the Hera Small Key could be on Green Pendant. I think that's all we have left. Oh, wait. Well, once we have Samaria, then we have all of right side of GT we correct too.
Right, that's 5
So
more.
there's a lot more. Yeah.
Actually, 6.
That's not what
we
he
never
wanted
saw
to see.
Yeah, there's 6 checks left in GT because we haven't seen the GT big chest.
Right. No, I thought we did on X side. I thought he checked it.
He might have.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Oh, and Chad is saying the GT big chest was checked, so never mind.
It was $20. Okay.
And folks, just so you have kind of an idea of how horrified our runners were of this seed, both their file names are send help.
A seed like this would probably take me 6 or 8 hours.
I sure as heck would have lost track by now.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying about writing things. I next time there's a Mystery Monday, I'm writing things down for sure. Especially if it's an entrance seed. Yeah.
And with Lamp in tow, we're finally going to get to see the disastrous environment that was this.
Oh, look at that!
That's where the trouble was. There were 3 crystal rollers.
Well, that would give any runner trouble. Well, there's one blue ball. And we don't know how much Aga does damage. I don't know if both Agas do the same. If Aga 1 and Aga 2 do the same. But I know Aga 2 did a lot of damage. I don't know if Aga 1 does the same. I'm going to assume yes. And while Ak finishes Aga and Plasma delivers the old man, please give both of our runners a follow. They have really done an awesome job with traversing this seed and trying to keep themselves on track, nonetheless us. So they've done an awesome job. So please follow the runners.
And once again, we need to give our big shout out to SSBM Oro, our tracker, who has been instrumental in trying to just keep this insanity of a seed in check for us here.
Yep, exactly.
So yeah, Axe now going to drop into Lumberjack Ledge right away, I would assume. No, maybe not right away. Yeah, right away.
Yeah.
And pick up that cane. And it'll be
I'm
interesting.
wondering, does he do GT first?
I was just about to say, yeah, I wonder if he's going to try and check GT again for the Hera small key, because that's where the density is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that might be the way to go. But there is the key to Samaria for all the folks out there. Was behind the lumberjack. Was behind that weird play.
Now, as chat's pointing out, the absolute worst case scenario for that Hera small key would be Green Pendant.
Yeah, I have to agree with them on that one. And just so now, if in case you weren't, it was a turtle. It was a small key, useless. Unfortunately, at this point, it is not all dungeons, but it's basically becoming an all dungeon seed. I think whenever you do entrance randomizer, I think it's more times than not it ends up being like an all, especially with key sanity, that it almost becomes an all dungeon seed at that point. You know, very quickly.
Ak having a little bit of mirror trouble here.
And he is going to GT. That is the right call, I think. There's 6 more chests he can clear, including tile room, which I think he's going to probably do first. So, yeah. I would do tile room, I guess, and then do the rest of it. But I guess probably not for him. All right, so there's the torches here. And then there's a couple more chests, and then there's tile room left in this dungeon. So for one of the first times probably ever, you're seeing a full clear of GT. Almost of the game, actually, at this point.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to see item collection rates very, very close to 200 right now.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. All right, so
with that,
the Boker has pretty much technically entered go mode.
Yep, at 231.10.
Yeah, all he needs to do is get and not a hover seed. Maybe he'll still show some hovering off. Let's see. Maybe he'll do some hovering anyway. You know, he doesn't have to. Oh yeah, and just in case you haven't gotten enough randomizer today, there's still tonight's seed at 9 p.m. I think it's a miscellaneous seed also. I will check on that. It is, and I think it's cross keys. It's not a mystery seed, it is cross keys for tonight's race. All right, so Act just about to get his ice rod, go back, kill Trinex, and then go kill Ganon.
Wow, what a way for this one to wind down, folks. You could almost call this seed. You could almost call this seed practice for tonight.
Yeah, you certainly could.
And yeah, Ack is putting up with none of this nonsense from Trinex. And with that, that is Ack's 7th crystal. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to face the big pig.
Yeah, now it's just getting back. Yeah, so the only dungeon he didn't clear was Desert at this point. So, yeah. And Misery Mire.
Yeah, so luckily, ironically, of all the things that didn't end up being needed was that green pendant. Excuse me.
Yep, and the pedestal.
Yeah, well, Ped we knew was dead for a long time.
Yeah. Well, as long as you didn't open up that middle door, you were fine. Pretty much.
All right, Ack taking on Ganon. Now, this is also randomized damage, too. So, this is one of the times where Ack wants to hope the damage is randomized, and the Ganon hug does not deal 8 hearts of damage.
That would be good for him.
He has, however, already gone into Phase 3. Now, he does have to do this silverless because this is hard mode.
Yeah, and most of these guys are pretty comfortable with silverless Ganon anyway, because most seeds you're not looking for the silver, so I would assume that all the runners in this point are able to do it without a problem. And it's only 12 spins instead of 24. So there's 2 already. There's 3.
Very nice getting that one in during the torch lighting.
Yep, and 4 and 5 and 6. Halfway there.
Looks
I
like
think
those
Ganon hug only did 3 or 4.
Looks like it was a fire bat hit, but I think it only did 2 hearts of damage, it looks like.
Well, still better. I mean, on green mail, those things would probably have killed him, or almost. I think, how much do they do normally?
4, and a Ganon hug does 8.
And down goes Ganon for Ack the Booker. Get your GGs in chat. What a great race for him. And we get his official time of 2 hours, 37 minutes, and 40 seconds. Again, spam your GGs in chat. Not only does he finish first overall on a restream, but he finishes first overall of the 12 racers. And just also to note, for those in chat, we had, of the 12 racers, we had 5 people forfeit. So we only have 7 racers left, I believe.
6.
Racers
Yeah, no,
left,
7.
sorry.
7. Nope, 6. Yeah, 6. I can math, I promise. I was right the first time.
I cannot. Math is. I never liked math. Anyway, so Plasma Kappa picking up his crystal. He still has to. He will get to Aga 1 at some point. So we'll see if we are able to get Ack in here with us. I would love to hear what he says about this seed.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. GG's.
No, GG. I actually had fun.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a fun. That was just everything happened there. I mean, where do we start?
Yeah. Dude, the hardest part in that seed was me trying to figure out how you were supposed to get the moon pearl. I thought I had left something behind, and it took me a really long time to realize how you were supposed to do that. But I think it was using the cape, walking down to the mire area, and mirroring, then taking the cape connector, and then go to West Dark Death Mountain to get the moon pearl off of the thing. I almost felt like it was locked by the lamp, but I don't think that it was.
We didn't catch that connection either. We thought it was lamp locked for the longest time as well until we finally put the pieces together.
Yeah, I went back and I did a lot of stuff that was a little bit inefficient because I really wanted a fire source. I felt like a lot of the seed was locked behind it. And then this, seed was, it could have been the most amazing seed ever if you wanted to hover Trinex. But, of course, that ice rod had to be specifically behind Samaria to ruin everybody's fun.
Yeah,
we were betting up here in the commentators booth that you were looking specifically for the small key and not for how to get to Aga 1. And unfortunately, you found the latter.
I did make a huge mistake this seed too, by not seeing if I could beat the seed maybe a little bit earlier. That was kind of risky on my part. I didn't even consider it that I could have just like literally been in go mode with my lamp, I guess. So that was definitely a huge mistake on my part. I really was just looking for like Aga 1 or... Gee, I don't know, man. I felt like I was gonna find a way up top to the castle, and I never did, so... Until I beat Aga 2.
Something that we gotta really credit you for is your routing. You were able to link a lot of checks together, especially going through GT to finish off... Going straight to the top of GT to finish off Aga 2 so that you could route in the goal and check the entrance and all the castle entrances and the drop down.
Yeah. I just want, going to the top immediately was just to get information on the goal. That's really what I wanted the most. And then, just from the weights themselves, there's always a more than likely chance that you have to kill Aga 2 than not, so that doesn't seem like an unnecessary risk to climb to the top. And then, at that point, too, I could have just been in outright go mode if it was 6 crystals to defeat Ganon, not 7. That's kind of why I went and did Skull Woods out of logic, just in case it was 6. And then I would know that I was done. But naturally, I had to go find those other items. And it was really weird because I knew where the cane was, and I knew where the ice rod was, but I didn't know where Aga was, and I didn't know where the Hera small key was, so... It was like you knew, but not really.
Well, we're getting down to the nitty gritty, so I mean, we'll see where your item collection ends up being, but it's probably going to be very high. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware, your opponent on the restream got stuck in the old man cave and had to start all over again from the start. So that is why the difference of time of where he is now to where you finished, because you guys were pretty close at the for a while, and then he just couldn't get through that room for whatever the reason, because of the roller bars in there, and so he decided to delete his file and start all over.
Wow, that's really unfortunate. Did he not have the bombs or the cape?
He had the cape, but he burned all of his magic the first time.
But he burned all his magic, yeah.
Oh, that really sucks. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that. That's really annoying.
I was a little concerned for a second because a minute ago I was seeing double on Plasma Kappa's screen. Because he was turning in the purple chest.
He was turning in himself. Yeah, I feel like with that sprite, you should just get a free check with it. You don't have to go get the purple chest.
That would be nice.
What did you feel about the hard mode mentality for this one, since it was a hard mode pool?
Hard mode, I don't really think changes stuff too much, but the spontaneous damage was definitely something to be reckoned with. I guess it's chaos. I don't know. There's something. I don't really understand the damage shuffle tables anymore. I know it used to be like standard damage. You had maybe low damage, and then there was shuffle damage. But this was a little bit different than shuffle. I don't know. I think something strange happened with how the damage shuffle works. It seems like things are always hitting a little bit harder than they should.
Yeah, the hard hat beetles hit for like 5 or 6 hearts of damage. Moldorms hit for 4. And
yeah,
you were locked into green mail the whole time.
Random damage. See, random damage is the table that I don't quite understand, and I even feel like with random damage, like your mail upgrades don't scale appropriately either. I'm not sure. They've made so many just niche changes to all of those settings. I have a tough time keeping track of all of them. Like something will just randomly change one day, just for the sake of changing. But I think that stuff's fun. That stupid little electric ball in the middle of like dashing.
Yeah, that was
to
funny.
Get to the ice rod cave or whatnot. I can only imagine how many confirmed kills that guy got.
No running in the halls. That's what happens.
And the fire bars did a ton of damage too. I think that was the first thing where I was like, oh god, what's going on here? Yeah, someone says the mail upgrades reshuffle the damage table. Oh. Guess that doesn't work very well with hard mode, does it? You don't get none.
No, that was not an easy seed, not at all.
Yeah, I was really scared that I was gonna die in the upstairs to Agatu. I was having flashbacks versus the Pog Championship tournament race I had against Wally Cock, where he beat me because I died to Agatu.
Yikes. But yeah, that we just couldn't stop rolling our eyes over the ending sequence for the cane, because you had to go get the swamp big key out of was it GT?
No, I think it was Ag. Yeah, I guess it would have been GT. It was locked by 1 crystal, so you would have had to just have 1 crystal by the time you made your way up there.
It was Hype Cave, technically.
Yeah.
The drop down that was Hype Cave.
You just needed you could have gotten up there. You just had to take the center entrance of Hyrule Castle, and then just had 1 crystal, and you could have gotten your swamp big key relatively early. In fact, I felt like that how late I got that was going to be my undoing this race, because I felt like it was available very early, and like swamp was not available very early for me, so I did a lot of stuff before I had found my way over there, when you could have gotten there super early.
Indeed. And yeah, and the process after that was Swamp Big Key, Titan's Mitts, and Swamp Big Chest. King's Tomb, of course, is Aga 1.
Yeah, at that point I had that pretty much deduced. I had done everything I could have. I will say, when you get to that point of the seed, that's when you start to question yourself, like, have I made a terrible mistake or whatnot? Because yeah, if I would have gone in there and there was no Aga 1, it would have been a lot of head scratching.
It wouldn't have just been, it would have been the whole chat scratching their heads, believe me.
But inverted entrance, I would say this is probably the least played version of entrance, so it's not uncommon to make a mistake here and there. I definitely had a few minor quirks in my routing that I could have polished up a little bit better, but it's really hard to keep everything together. Like, doing Death Mountain and inverted is just basically like a 30-step process. If it wasn't for that save and quit up there, like, you could spend 45 minutes trying to check all those entrances.
Especially if there's so many connector caves and dungeons.
Yeah, there was like One,
There were-
2, 3, 4, 5 dungeons on Death Mountain.
There was at least, what was up there? Eastern, Thievestown, Ice. I think Swamp was up there.
Eastern Thievestown, Ice, Hera. Those were all on the west side. Then on the east side, you had Meyer.
Oh, yeah, and Hera was vanilla, too.
Yeah. Hilarious. But yeah, thanks for, I guess, sticking around doing commentary. Must be rough for you guys when you have to do one of these because you have no idea. This could have been a 30-minute adventure. It could have been a 3-hour adventure. It was a fun adventure. At least I had that going. Shoutouts to, I think, Oro. Was Oro tracking?
Yes,
My man
Oro was tracking.
Yo, shoutouts to my man Oro for being the dopest tracker around. I appreciate you, dog.
Oh, believe me, we appreciate you for running the race. And anything else you want to say about this crazy roller coaster of a seed?
Yeah, it was crazy, but I mean, I don't know. It could have been a lot worse. Inverted entrance can get real goofy. Getting that mirror in the Pearl, I mean, even though it, took a couple of steps to get there, you could spend a lot of the seed without it, so I dare say it, but this could technically be considered a nice inverted seed.
You never know sometimes. Rando will rando.
But thanks again, guys. I'm gonna go, I don't know. Maybe go yell in the mirror or something. Yeah, the seed did do me in. Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night. All right, so in the meantime, Plasma Kappa is diving through GT. So on Plasma Kappa's to-do list, we are looking for... Plasma Kappa has to go to go to King's Tomb to get that Hera small key, or no, has to go to King's Tomb to go do Aga 1 to get the cane, I should say, sorry. And then, after getting that cane, has to go back to GT to get that fire rod. Or to get the Hera basement key. Oh my goodness. Can you tell it's been a while, folks? Can you tell that a lot's going on? How are the other runners doing? To answer your question, chat, we did have a second place finisher. Hitsuyon 1337 finished with an official SRL time of 2:51.19. So just finished. Now, Nitro has unfortunately had to step away for the rest of this duration of this match, so it is just me up here in the booth. So if you're wondering where he's been for the last 5 minutes, that's why. So don't panic. Alright. Plasma Kappa fighting Aga 2, starting with a double and a single. Ooh, nice spin there for another double. So while we're winding this one down, folks, let me just go ahead and... I know we kind of already talked about tonight's daily race, but if you are looking for other speed gaming activity on the pipe for later this evening, we have A Link to the Past Randomizer tournament races coming up tonight on Channel 1. That includes the match between Yagamoth and Aussie 101 at 5:50. That's in 1 hour. And at 9:20 p.m., we have a match between Sabatender and Actaboker, who is our daily race winner this afternoon. We also have, if you are interested in some combo randomizer action, we do have our Super Metroid A Link to the Past combo randomizer daily race. That will be a weekly, Monday weekly race. That is a normal mode seed. That will be at 9 p.m. So yes, there is a huge amount of rando action still on tap for the rest of tonight, folks. So of the last three mystery seeds that we have had, this is the one that definitely has been the most definitely been the craziest. 2 weeks ago, our mystery seed was inverted key sanity again. It was also Randomizer, regular damage, but chaos boss shuffle. It was also 4/6 fast Ganon. The seed after that last week was a Pedestal victory. Pedestal victory seed. I can't remember what the other specs were. And then we have today, which was inverted Randomizer, enemy shuffle, but no boss shuffle, random damage, key sanity again, and entrance randomizer. Now, unfortunately, Plasma Kappa is dipping Tower of Hera without that small key, so we'll have to come back to get that ice rod. And we meet the one-eyed Moldorm once again. And that's the 6th crystal for Plasma Kappa. And it would appear Plasma Kappa's next stop is back of Thieves Town. Unfortunately, we know this is not the correct play to make. Last week's mystery, I do believe, was actually inverted. I'd have to look back at the playback to verify that for you. We do also now have a third place finisher. That title goes to Frostbite 3030, who finished with an SRL time of 2:57.23. GG's to Frostbite. Now, I don't remember if Plasma Kappa got the hint that the Thieves' Town big chest was barren, for you Ocarina of Time Randomizer fans. But we shall see. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, Plasma Kappa was late to checking hints compared to Ack. Ack started checking hints about, I think, 20 minutes before Plasma Kappa realized they were on. And after that Pound Pound Town reference that's been going around, I think we can agree we can peg everybody as fans of the Hammer, as Blind points out. And down goes Blind for Plasma Kappa. And folks, at this time, we have already gone just over our 3-hour mark, so we are actually going to be wrapping up our restream here. Be sure, if you have not already, to go follow follow our runners who have put on a amazing show for you this afternoon / early evening, depending on time zones, and demonstrated some amazing tenacity going through the insanity that was this Mystery Monday seed. Also, a big shout out to my co-commentator Nitro 6003 and our tracker SSBM Oro, who did a fantastic job keeping us all informed today. And also shout outs to Fear Agent, who was on tech crew for this broadcast. So we extend our thanks to him as well. With that said, I am Captain MD13, folks, and we thank you for watching. We will see you next time. Have a good night, and take care, folks.